Russian political discourse, there's a prevalent and humorous joke known as Bald Harry, which alludes to a recurring pattern in Russian state leadership succession. According to this unwritten rule, for the past 2 centuries, there appears to be an uncanny pattern in Russian politics, where it seems that a bald or notably balding state leader is followed by one with a full head of hair and vice versa. At present, the bald-hairy duo in Russian politics consists of the balding Vladimir Putin and Dmitry Medvedev, who boasts a full head of hair. Putin served as president from 2000 to 2008, after which Medvedev assumed the role until 2012, where Putin reclaimed the presidency and has been president ever since. Although this pattern is likely a mere coincidence, it has consistently played out since 1825, commencing with Nicholas I, who succeeded his late brother Alexander as the Russian emperor. Nicholas I's son Alexander II formed the first bald hairy pair of the pattern with his father. Since 1825, and starting with Nicholas I, the pattern goes: a balding Nicholas I, a hairy Alexander II, a balding Alexander III, a hairy Nicholas II, a balding Georgy Lvov, a hairy Alexander Kerensky, a balding Vladimir Lenin, a hairy Joseph Stalin, a balding Lavrenti Beria, a hairy Georgy Malenkov, a balding Nikita Khrushchev, a hairy Leonid Brezhnev, a balding Yuri Andropov, a hairy Konstantin Chernenko, a balding Mikhail Gorbachev, a hairy Boris Yeltsin, a balding Vladimir Putin, a hairy Dmitry Medvedev, and finally a balding Vladimir Putin. However, there have been some interruptions to the bald hairy pattern in Russian succession. Following the passing of the hairy leader Stalin, the reins of power in the USSR were initially taken up by Georgy Malenkov, who like Stalin was also hairy, deviating from the established pattern. However, in the initial months following Stalin's demise and prior to his arrest, the most influential figure was Minister of Internal Affairs Lavrenti Beria, who happened to be bald. In another instance, on November 5th, 1996, Viktor Chernomyrdin was temporarily appointed as the official head of state, while Boris Yeltsin underwent a challenging surgery. He can be considered as both preceded and succeeded by Yeltsin, who was hairy while Chernomyrdin was bald. A comparable scenario arose with Gennady Yanev, who during the August coup served as the acting president of the USSR for 3 days. He was hairy, while his predecessor and successor Mikhail Gorbachev was bald. Therefore, the sole exception to the bald hairy rule was Alexander Lutskoy. During the constitutional crisis in 1993, as a hairy leader, he opposed the hairy Yeltsin. In addition to the bald hairy coincidence, there are other distinctive patterns in the succession of Russian rulers. From 1682 to 1801, there was a strict alternation between male and female rulers on the Russian throne. Peter I, Catherine I, Peter II, Anna, Ivan VI, Elizabeth, Peter III, Catherine II, and Paul I. However, in the end, Emperor Paul I changed the rules of succession to specify that only men could hold the throne, bringing an end to the man-woman succession pattern. However, if we include Tsarina Sophia, who was a strong regent and the older sister of Peter I as a de facto ruler, this pattern can be traced back further to 1676, when another of Sophia's brothers, Theodore III, ascended to the throne. Another alternative pattern pertains to the manner of death among Russian monarchs, and spans from 1730 to 1825, followed by a separate period from 1825 to 1917. During this period, the pattern is as follows. Anna died, Ivan VI was killed, Elizabeth died, Peter III was killed, Catherine the Great died, Paul was killed, and Alexander I died. There was a brief interruption in this pattern when Nicholas I stopped the Decembrist revolt, which posed a threat to him and his family. However, the pattern resumed with the killing of Nicholas I's son Alexander II, followed by the death of Alexander III and the killing of Nicholas II. It's also noteworthy that Nicholas II's designated successor, Michael II, was never formally confirmed as emperor and was executed by revolutionaries shortly after the Russian Revolution of 1917. A similar pattern has been observed among the prime ministers since 1999. A hairy Sergei Stepashin, bald Vladimir Putin, hairy Mikhail Kasyanov, bald Mikhail Fradkov, hairy Viktor Zubkov, bald Vladimir Putin, hairy Dmitry Medvedev, and finally, bald Mikhail Mishustin. However, this pattern is only valid if acting prime ministers are excluded. This has been me, Jack, and if you're balding, shout out to you.